I often hear colleagues express a specific fear that by standardizing our clinical protocols, we are somehow turning our craft into a cookbook, stripping away the very artistry that drew us to orthodontics in the first place. We like to believe that every case is a unique math problem, a brand new puzzle requiring a custom solution starting from zero. But as a mentor, I have seen that this perspective is actually one of the most significant sources of waste in our profession. It isn't just a matter of preference, it is an issue of cognitive sustainability. When you treat every appointment as a creative brainstorming session, you are burning your most valuable asset, your mental energy, on variables that should have been solved years ago. In the world of lean orthodontics, we view standardization not as a form of artistic suppression, but as a system of safety anchors. True clinical excellence is about controlling the variables you can control, the documentation, the setups, and the wire sequences, so that your focus can be dedicated entirely to the complex nuances that actually require your expertise. If you have to recalculate bonding heights or decide on a chairside setup on the fly, you are suffering from decision fatigue. This mental tax directly compromises your clinical accuracy. By implementing standards for routine tasks, you preserve your executive function for the high-level diagnosis and treatment adjustments that only you can provide. To achieve true operational excellence, we must break treatment into clear, repeatable clinical phases: leveling, guidance, and finishing. These universal milestones align your entire team. When an assistant knows a patient is in the guidance phase, they automatically check anchorage and inter-arch relationships without being told. This phasing approach provides a roadmap that minimizes miscommunication between the doctor and the clinic floor. By using predetermined archwire sequences, you stop solving 50 different problems every afternoon and start managing a high-precision clinical flow. These standards act as the Swiss watch mechanics of your practice, ensuring that the clinical flow remains steady even when the office is at its busiest. This consistency is the only way to maintain predictable appointment lengths and maximize chair time efficiency. When every assistant knows the exact sequence for a wire change, you transition seamlessly between operatories, minimizing downtime and truly leveraging your specialized expertise. You aren't being a technician, you are being the architect of a system that works. This leads us to the critical challenge of delegation. Many practice owners avoid delegating because they feel explaining the task takes more time than just doing it themselves. This is a short-term trap that keeps you stuck in a survival mindset. Effective delegation is only possible when a task is standardized through clear standard operating procedures. If you don't have a recipe for your protocols, you will always be the one doing 2-minute tasks while your high-level strategic work stalls. Standardizing records collection, for example, empowers a clinical coordinator to handle preparatory work autonomously, raising the entire practice's productivity ceiling. The ultimate goal of this clinical standardization is something I call the free mind. If you spend your day in a state of chaotic, ad hoc decision-making, you carry that exhaustion home with you. It isn't just physical tiredness, it's a cumulative mental strain that leads to professional burnout. Standardized systems create predictable closure points, allowing you to mentally file away the workday because you trust that every necessary step was followed. True dental leadership means building a system that doesn't require your constant, frantic intervention to function. Mastery in this context means having the bandwidth to analyze the system itself, rather than constantly performing triage. You gain the freedom to focus on strategic growth, new technologies, or mentoring your team. By reducing the need for heroic, moment-to-moment interventions, you transform from a perpetual firefighter into an architect of sustainable excellence. This shift defines the difference between a high-production clinic and a truly high-performance organization. Excellence is not about working harder, it's about working with a system that supports your talent. Start simplifying your protocols today and rediscover why you fell in love with orthodontics in the first place. The decision to standardize is an investment in your personal and professional longevity. It ensures that your practice operates at peak capacity, allowing you to maximize your clinical impact while safeguarding your mental health. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.